Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. In today's video, I'm going to be comparing and contrasting Sellfy and Shopify. I'm going to basically be completely unbiased, meaning I'm not going to promote one way or the other. I am an affiliate of both. This is just a little FYI. I'm not sponsored by either company. I don't get paid to make videos on either company. I'm just simply an affiliate. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys in an unbiased way everything you need to know about both of these two companies so you can make your decision on what route you want to go. For those who are listening who are new to the channel, this channel is predominantly based on print on demand. Now, print on demand obviously is one sector of e-commerce. I mean, there's so many different versions, and both Shopify and Sellfy are fully capable of not only doing print on demand, but other sorts of e-commerce, whether it be physical products, digital products, you name it, they both can handle it. So without further ado, I'm going to make a video today. We're going to be going down every single layer you could possibly compare around these two softwares, and we'll get into it so you can know what decision you want to make. And like I said, I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm not going to promote one way or the other. It's going to be completely unbiased, and I'm just going to share with you the pros and cons of each platform. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, guys, before we get really deep into the video, I just want to say that I've created content, and I will create content for both platforms. So in reference to Shopify, I have a full playlist on Shopify that I created towards the very end of last year. So really the beginning, very close to the beginning of this year. And it has currently 18 videos on it. And they definitely could help you out. Something that I will say is if you want to go ahead and watch that playlist, in the description box and in the pinned comment, guys, I'm going to leave something called Shopify playlist, and it will take you to this link where you can watch every single video if by the end of the video you decide, hey, I want to go with Shopify. So I'm going to leave it there, all right? Something that I will also say is I've created a members area for Sellfy, right? For people who want to use Sellfy, I created a members area, and in the members area, I'm going to just kind of throw it up on the screen here. In the members area, I created these two videos, okay? They go into how to generate traffic from Google and from Instagram. And the reason why I made that video, those two videos, is I figured in the members area, I wanted a place where I could just go all in and give as much information as possible for these two videos. So I'll leave a link in the description for the members area. Now, something that I will say, the members area, there's no cost to join. It's completely free. You don't even have to enter your email, because I'll be honest, I don't do emails. I don't email people and all that kind of stuff. So you just click the link. It will take you to the members area. All right. So two videos you can go ahead and watch there and access that information on Sellfy. I will also add that if you want to join Shopify, I'll leave a link in the description that will give you 3 months access to Shopify for the cost of $1. All right, so here is the link. It will look something like this. You can access literally 90 days of Shopify for the cost of $1. So I'll leave that link in the description box down below. So it will say join Shopify, boom, the link. Now, if you want to join Sellfy towards the end of this video, I will also leave a link in the description box. It will come with a free trial as well. It will be a 14-day free trial. But even better, in the members area that I mentioned about Sellfy, we're actually going to have a 40% off coupon inside if you end up wanting to join Sellfy, okay? So this video is stacked not only with bonus content, but discounts and offers and all kinds of crazy stuff, all right? So now let's get into the meat and potatoes of the video, where we talk about the differences, you know, the pros, the cons, and everything in between Sellfy and Shopify. So let's go ahead and start. Let's get clear here. What can we sell on Shopify? What can we sell on Sellfy? We can absolutely sell pretty much everything on both of these sites, as long as they fit the criteria of nothing like gambling or smoking-related products or nudity-related products. Pretty much the basic, right? Everybody pretty much is on the same board in that aspect. Now let's go ahead and talk about the cost, okay? So the cost to join these softwares. So if you want to pay monthly, okay, for Sellfy, you're looking at 3 different pricing plans. You have the $29 a month plan, the $79 a month plan, and the $159 a month plan. That's if you're going to pay month to month to month to month. If you're going to pay yearly, you're going to pay $22 a month, $59 a month, or $119 a month. Now, something that I will say as well is, like I said, for the yearly, if you want to pay yearly, right, we have a 40% off coupon. So really take these prices and deduct them by 40%. So any kind of, price here, because you're going to use our coupon, obviously. And once again, that coupon is in the members area. All right. Now we're going to talk about the differences in these membership costs and what really makes one better than the other. Okay. I'll explain all that in the future here in this video. And then, of course, if you want to pay for 2 years upfront, you get even more of a discount. You're paying $19 a month. It comes out to $19 a month, $49 a month, or $99 a month. So something that I will say is I currently have the yearly premium on this demo account. So I created a demo account with the first video that I introduced this series. And the demo account, this account right here, is a yearly plan on the premium. Okay, so that's what I went for. Now, some of you might say, why did you go with the premium? Why premium? Guys, I'm allowed to make more sales per year, and I didn't want to have that cap. I have a lot of different e-commerce print-on-demand stores, and I know how to blow them up relatively quickly, and I didn't want to have a cap of like 10K or 20K or 50K on my business. I wanted to be able to make, 200K a year, 150K a year, things like that. And I'm not trying to flex or anything, but that's the reason why I have the account. And you'll actually see maybe in the settings or something like that where it will show what kind of account I have. You'll see that in a minute. But yeah, it costs a little bit of money. It costs about $2,000. But if you think about it in the meantime or in the scope of reference, I'm getting a discount because I'm paying yearly. Does that make sense? So I'm already getting, a discount on that. So I just figured I'd put that up front there. Anyways, so that's Sellfy. All right. Now we have Shopify. We're going to break down Shopify. Now, for those who don't know, I also have Shopify stores. I have active Shopify stores till this day. And from the amount of time that I have in a day and the virtual assistants and everything going on, I tend to keep my Shopify stores limited to about 4. I used to have more, but every single time I try to go up past 4 Shopify stores, I just simply cannot do it. I have way too much things to do in a day. So I actually sell off a store or two whenever I want to create a new store, and that's kind of how things go, right? And so I do have Shopify stores. I am active in Shopify till today. Like, that's not going to change. So let me go ahead and tell you the costs here. So with Shopify, you're going to start off at $39. So just to compare and contrast here, the absolute cheapest you can get a Shopify plan after getting the 3 months for $1, the absolute cheapest you're looking at from a month-to-month basis is $39 a month, as opposed to with Sellfy, you're looking at $19 a month, right? So I want to put that into perspective. Now, if you're going to pay yearly, you do get a little bit of a discount paying $29 a month. So that's kind of the difference. Now, for the Shopify plan, the middle plan, you're looking at $105 a month or $79 a month, depending on if you pay monthly or yearly. For the advanced, of course, you can either pay $399 a month and $299 a month. Now, something that I will say is the reason why some sellers on Shopify tend to pay a little bit less, they pay a little bit more with the plan upfront, is because it shaves off a percentage when it comes down to the credit card expenses. So for those who aren't aware, when somebody pays with credit card, right, on your Shopify store, Shopify does take a fee. It's, pretty much normal. It happens. 2.4% at the highest plan, right? Plus 30 cents or 2.9%. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot, 0.5% of a difference. But if you're making, let's say, $1 million a year, 0.5% is a significant amount of money. And every dollar counts at the end of the day. Now, if you're playing on a game where you're making $50,000 a year, $100,000 a year, I still don't think it's, needed to go all the way up to the Shopify plan. That's just my personal, Shopify or even advanced. I think you can do a very, very significant amount of success with the basic plan. So that's a little FYI. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the things that you could do with the Shopify plan. Regardless of what Shopify plan you have, the basic, the Shopify, or the advanced, you still can do effectively the same thing. You could sell the same products, you get access to the same things. The only difference that you don't get access to is a analytics dashboard that is a little more advanced in the higher plans. The basic comes with a really good dashboard, so there's nothing wrong with it at all. But it does come with a little more advanced information if you go to Shopify and advanced. But for everybody watching here, really, it's not going to make a critical difference unless your sales kind of reflect that. So if you're making, I recommend if anybody's making over $500,000 a year, you might as well go with Shopify plan or above. But the basic is more than enough, okay? So with Sellfy, things are a little bit different, right? So if you're going to go with the starter plan, right, you're going to make no more than $10,000 in sales per year, okay? When you pass that $10,000, then you can go ahead and move up. So that's kind of why, like I said, I went with the premium, because with the premium, I have a cap at $200,000. So it's much more beneficial. Now, there is something called the Sellfy branding. So it's like a little logo on the bottom of the screen about Sellfy. If you join with the starter plan, you will have that. It doesn't deter people. It doesn't decrease your sales or anything like that, but they use that as a marketing opportunity. Now, for 90% of the people watching, I don't think you need to spend any more than the starter plan, because you're starting. It's the first time. You're building your brand. You're building your business, and I'm not saying that to discourage anybody, but that's the reality, right? Like, you don't need to bog yourself down with extreme costs when it comes down to starting the business, right? You want to just go ahead and get started. Now, the thing that I do like about Sellfy as it compares to other competitors, there is no limit on the number of products you can add. So that's a decent thing, right? So if you're paying, let's just say I'm assuming you're paying monthly, $29 a month. That $29 a month, if you're paying month to month, it's $10 cheaper than Shopify, right? Assuming that you're paying month to month, and it's unlimited products. So you could literally add, if you wanted to, 5,000 print-on-demand products on Sellfy. You could absolutely do that. Something that I will say is different sellers, like let's say you're a Redbubble seller, you're a Zazzle seller, Etsy seller, all these kind of things. You can take all the designs you make on all those platforms and slap them onto your Sellfy account, right? You can absolutely do that. So will it add more work that you have to do? Absolutely will, because it does take work to do that kind of stuff. But is it a great opportunity to showcase your products? Absolutely as well. And we show in the members area how to get the organic traffic if you want to go ahead, like I said, and go to the membership, the free membership. I'll leave the link down below. You can go ahead and watch that. And what you'll be doing is you're going to get free organic Google traffic from Google to your website just off of the products alone, right? So that's a big deal. Now you can sell digital products, subscription products, and you have email marketing. You have all those different kind of features, those marketing features within it, all right? The only features that get better with marketing is the business plan in terms of Sellfy, and you get cart abandonment and product upselling. So what that looks like is, I'll kind of show you right here. So if we click on marketing in the account, we have cart abandonment and we have email marketing. I'm going to create separate videos on these because I definitely understand that to a beginner, it can somehow be a little bit intimidating. I understand. But trust me, guys, it's super easy to do this stuff, and we'll kind of go over what these things are. So email marketing. Email marketing, I guess you could kind of see how many credits I have here, but email marketing is, this is literally a brand new account. I bought this account for the demo purposes on YouTube here. But email marketing is awesome because you're going to build up an email customer list. You're going to build a customer list and email list. You can email those people over time. So it's kind of like, imagine having like thousands of followers on Instagram that you can always reach out to, or thousands of followers on Twitter that you could always send a message to, right? That's what email marketing effectively is. You're getting these people and you're directly contacting them. That's why email marketing is so amazing. Like I said, I'll have to make a different tutorial on that. You can see brand new. I'm going to leave it clean like this so that once I do create the tutorial, we can all start from the same point, which is from scratch. Okay. The next thing you have is cart abandonment. This is one of the marketing features that you get in the higher up plans, right? On Sellfy, which I believe is, let me go ahead and see here. Cart abandonment, yeah, on the business plan. Okay. So cart abandonment works like this. If I, as a customer, go to your website, right, and I add a product to my cart and I, maybe enter some details and then I leave and I never check out, that is referred to as an abandoned cart. And as a customer, or as a customer of Sellfy, but as a seller, more importantly, as a business owner, you can have an automated email marketing system that automatically messages people to get customers. And actually, funny enough, there was a Shopify store that I owned that sold bikinis, okay? And this was during college. And the first customer I ever had came off of cart abandonment email, right? And I actually did it manually at the time because there wasn't certain features and certain things like that you could do. But I would consistently check my list, and I actually had a friend code a little bit of software to basically email me every single time, or I think it was email or send a text, I can't remember, but text me or message me every single time somebody added products to the cart but never checked out. And then what I do is right in class, I would pull up the Shopify app or log into the Shopify website, something like that. And I would get on my phone and email the customer that tried to add the product to the cart but never checked out. And I remember it was totally awesome. It was like literally making money out of thin air. The customer came to the website, added the bikinis to the cart, never checked out. I go check the list, I get the email, and I message the customer. I said, "Hey, you came, you added products to the cart, but you never checked out. Use code blah, blah, blah to get motivated to go out there and purchase." And guess what? Within seconds, the customer read the email, they purchased, and that was my first order on the website. So it was pretty epic. Now, to put things into perspective, you're not going to have something that Sellfy can do that Shopify can't. All right. So Shopify can do these things too. All right. So that's just a little FYI. Now, with Shopify, these things aren't necessarily built into Shopify. Now, don't get me wrong. Shopify has their own application system that Shopify makes apps for certain features. It just so happens that Shopify does have an email marketing free application within Shopify that you can install and then utilize that way. But there's many features that Shopify does not include, like upselling, things like that. That is default by Shopify. You would have to add an app that a private developer created on top of Shopify's marketplace, and then you would add it that way. And they typically do charge for these things. They're not free. So that's a little FYI. So be aware of that. Now, with Shopify, you are going to encounter something. With Shopify, you have what's referred to as Shopify themes. Each Shopify theme is created by a different developer, and it has different content in it, and it has different code. So if you add these apps, you're going to need a developer to integrate them within the website. So really what I'm getting at here is, although Shopify has the same features Sellfy does, Sellfy has it all built in to where you can go ahead and just click a few buttons and it's all taken care of for you. You don't have to worry about code. You don't have to worry about integration or anything like that. With Shopify, depending on how your theme is configured and how your website is configured and what apps you decide to use on Shopify, you will be paying extra for the applications, and you absolutely will need a developer to integrate them, assuming that you don't know how to code it yourself, right? So you will need that. Now, depending on where you get your Shopify theme, some companies with Shopify themes can help you out with that, but most do not. Most either charge more or they'll tell you, go get a developer to handle it yourself. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just part of the game. So there's nothing wrong with any of these things that I'm talking about. It's just part of the system. So it's better to be aware. You come in, you know what you're doing here. And that's kind of the game plan. So Overall, Sellfy is easier to use because there's less integration, there's less things you have to worry about. In fact, with Sellfy, there's nothing I have to integrate. Everything is built in or integrated for me already. All right. So you have upselling as a marketing feature. And what is upselling? Upselling just simply, I call it the McDonald's effect. You know when you go to McDonald's in the drive-thru, you say, "Hey, can I get a number 7?" And then they say, "Would you like a soda with that? Would you like fries with that?" And you say, no, I don't want anything, just a sandwich. And then they say, and then you say, you know what? No, give me the soda. And then they say, all right, well, do you want fries with that? Do you want to make it a meal? Do you want to add a cookie? Whatever. Those are upsells. They're making you spend more from one transaction, right? And it works no different on your store. So if you are upselling, right? Let's say you're selling a hat with a certain design on it. You might want to sell the t-shirt with a certain design as well and recommend it to the customer after they add that product to their cart or even before, right? And that's called an upsell. So that does help. Believe it or not, it works very, very well, especially if you can manipulate it in the right context, okay, with the products and all these kind of things. Can you do upsells with Shopify? You absolutely can. Now, here's the cool thing about Shopify. With Shopify, depending on what theme you get, and this is why in my Shopify playlist, I kind of introduce different, Shopify themes to you guys. Depending on what theme you get, you can upsell completely for free. You don't need applications. This is the other thing that I was going to mention. Depending on what theme you have for Shopify, there are some features that are absolutely built in, right, to these themes. So you might not always have to pay for the applications. Now, if you don't get the right theme, if you don't get the right premium theme, and you get like a free theme, which I highly do not recommend whatsoever. But if you do that with Shopify, then you will have to pay for those applications to boost up the different marketing conversion-based features, including upsells, including, different kind of urgency factors, things like that. All right. The next thing or the next feature we have is coupons and discounts. Of course, Shopify can do that as well. There's, like I said in the beginning of the video, there's nothing that Sellfy can do that Shopify cannot do. So they both can do pretty much the same thing. If anything, Shopify can do more, but the difference is minute. And also, it's going to be more complex. So you are going to have to hire a developer. You're going to need some skills. You're going to have some technical skills to be able to do some stuff. All right. So if you're really not a technical person, but you do want to have a store, honestly, I'd probably recommend Sellfy over Shopify. If you are a technical person, you like customizing things, you want to configure the way your store looks, all these kind of things, you can do that with Shopify a little bit more. All right. And especially if the price difference doesn't bother you, because you will be paying extra on Shopify than you will be on Sellfy. All right. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the customization. And this is where I'm actually going to pause my screen and log into a demo Shopify store that I have here so I can show you the difference when it comes down to customizing the web page. All right. So let me pause real quick and show you what's going on. All right, guys. So as you can see, this is the internal editing kind of space when it comes down to the website that you have on Shopify. And not all Shopify themes look like this. I'm using the Nismo Shopify theme. This is the Nismo Shopify theme, all right? The Nismo Shopify theme, I believe that I showcased it on the Shopify series. I might have showcased a different theme. I'm not sure. But this is one of the themes that I do use. It is a little bit premium, but it's very, very clean looking and it's very easy to use, right? So this is one of those themes. And this is kind of the look of how it looks. So if I wanted to edit something, right, or add something, I would go over here to section and I would look for the different section that I could add, whether I add blog posts, whether I add video, slideshow, whatever the case may be. If I want to go ahead and edit something on my Sellfy store, I would go over here to view my store. First of all, I'll take a look at it and be like, okay, I want to edit XYZ. So what I would do here is I'll go to my store settings, and the first link in my store settings is customization, and I would hit customize store, okay? And similar to Shopify, how you have like this cool like back-end editing kind of platform, you have something similar here within Sellfy. Like as you could see, it kind of looks somewhat similar. Obviously not exactly the same, but it's somewhat similar. And within it, we have different sections. So I'm going to share with you these sections right now within Shopify for the theme that I'm using. Now, once again, I want to be clear. The sections that you get are different depending on the theme that you get. So a free theme is going to have less sections, and it's also going to have less conversion optimization functionality. And I'm not trying to, make big words sound intimidating. All it just means is if you want people to come to your website and have a higher chance of buying your product, there are certain things you're going to need to have on the website that should be found. That's all it means. That's what conversion optimization means. And so I'm optimizing, meaning I'm currently working on the website to improve the way it functions, the way it works, the way it looks, all those different things to improve my conversion rate. So instead of having 1 out of 100 customers or 1 out of 100 visitors turn into customers, maybe I want 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. visitors come and turn into customers, right? Now, this is the Shopify theme that I'm using. So once again, every theme is different, but I'll kind of show you in terms of capability the different sections. So I have here my divider, and the divider is just simply a space. We have the FAQ section. We have the gallery. We have Google Maps. We have image box, image comparison slider, Instagram, lookbook, mini banner, newsletter, page heading. Let's go ahead and see what else. We have page product single, product carousel, product deal, product grid, product list, products recently viewed, scrolling text, spacing, split banner, and testimonials, okay? So really, 30 different sections here. That's a lot of sections. Did I actually read all of them? Okay, I actually divider. Okay, custom content, custom HTML, collection tab, collection packery, collection link, blogs, video, slideshow, collection list. There we go. That's the 30. All right, so that's a lot. Now, if we go to Sellfy, we have some stuff that's built in the pages already. So we have our home, we have our product, we have a category, checkout, and purchase confirmation. Then we have here the different pages. So this is currently, like if I click on this, this is my home page, right? And it shows the different navigation on the top. And I can go back here and I could actually edit the style of the store. So if I want to edit colors, if I want to edit certain, page width and things like that, I can do that. And the cool thing about Sellfy is that, once again, it is a little bit simpler, right? It doesn't have all these different crazy features like lookbooks and things like that within the editor here, or the website creator. So that's something to be aware of as well. So if I want to edit a section, what I have to do is I have to click on it, and that's when I can do the editing. So this is on Sellfy. Click on this banner, and you can see here how I can edit things. So if I want the module to be small, it will be small. If I want it to be large. If I want it to be custom, and I can, kind of set up how custom I want it to be, I can do that as well. So there's different things I could do. I can edit the text, right? But as you can see overall, even though I can do all these edits, generally overall, over the whole entire page, there's less editing than there is in general, right? So than Shopify, I mean. Now, if I want to add different features, I can go over here and click Add Module. So here we have our navigation, which is this section. We have our hero block, which they don't call it banners here, they call them blocks, which is perfectly fine. In the UX UI world, I believe they call them containers, but I could be wrong. So this is referred to as a hero block. Then we have our product block, which it shows all the different products. Currently we have one product, right? Which, shout out to the first video that I created in this series. So I showed you how to make this. Subscription. So this is subscription to the newsletter, it's a newsletter form. And then finally the footer. If I want to add different sections, check this out. These are actually pretty cool because I have different things that I could add. So I can add another hero block. I can add a text panel. I can add another newsletter. I can add a product grid, contact form, and I can embed code. Right? So those are the things that I could do. So it's definitely much more simple than Shopify is, right? And so, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just more simple. So keep that in mind, right? And I think I really do want to make a future video showing you guys how to create a cool looking front page or home page with Sellfy, just so that you guys can see the different videos. In fact, if you're watching this into the future, I highly recommend you look at my channel and see the different videos I create around this platform, because you might be watching this a year or 2 years down the line, and you might be missing out on some cool content if you didn't know it exists. So I'm definitely going to be creating more content about this in the future and different tutorials and stuff. So now you can see kind of the difference in functionality between that of Shopify's front, right, and that of Sellfy. So there's a difference there. It's significant. All right. And let's go ahead and take a look at some of the different applications on Sellfy. So with the Shopify application store or the app store, there are so many different apps. Like, it's insane the amount. Okay. And partially the reason why is because there are developers that go on there and create their own applications, and you can buy them. And when you pay for them, most of the time, it's not a one-time payment, it's a monthly payment. So you will be paying monthly. All right. But on Sellfy, these are free apps that are just built into the actual platform that you can use. So I'll kind of show you what they are, and I'll kind of explain what they do. Google Merchant Center, Google Analytics, Facebook Pixel, Twitter, Zapier, Facebook Live Chat, and Patreon. So I think I've said this in my first video, but me personally, I'll never use Patreon, and I'll never use Zapier. Patreon, if I'm selling clothing, if I'm selling like print-on-demand stuff, it just doesn't make sense to me that people would go and use it, buy my Patreon. Like, that doesn't make sense. That's just me. I don't use Patreon. But there are people out there that are YouTubers that have a merch line that also have a Patreon. So if you're a YouTuber listening to this, you can jump on here, create your own merch line, because they do have a built-in print on demand, and Patreon. You could do that, right? So that would be pretty cool, because I know a lot of YouTubers do have a Patreon, to ask support from their viewers, right? I personally don't, but, that's what they do. Let me get a sip of my cool lemonade here. All right, so a lot of different features here. You have Google Merchant Center, Google Analytics. These two products are produced by Google, and they're connection points to your website. All right, Google Analytics allows you to track all the different kinds of behaviors on your website. So if somebody comes to a certain page, if they came from social media, if they came from Google, wherever they came from, you could see that info here. All right, Google Merchant Center allows you to take all your products and add them to Google's free merchant organizer. And when you do that, you actually have the option to also pay for ads on those products as well. So that's what Google Merchant Center does. Facebook Pixel allows you to add a code given to you by Facebook, so you can track also the success of the customer journey on Facebook. But more importantly, it's used to retarget customers, or even just target customers in general, for ads, okay? Facebook Live Chat, of course, if you want to have live chat to your website so customers can talk with you, ask questions, etc. on your products, you can answer them through Facebook Live Chat. And then you have Twitter ads here. This is running ads on Twitter. And then Zapier. Zapier is an automation tool where basically, like, let's say somebody buys a product from my website, and I want them to be entered into some sort of contest or something. There are different ways I can automate that process, and Zapier allows you to do that, so without code or anything like that. So that's what these platforms can do, right? These apps. With Shopify, let me see if I can go ahead and get the Shopify App Store, right? There are so many, like I said, so many different applications with so many different things. Review apps, SMS, Instagram feed. I mean, just so many different things. And trust me, you will have to pay for these. Even though it says free, it's usually like a free, and then you pay for stuff. So notice how it just said free here, right? If I click on this, it says $99 for the first month, and then $7.99 free trial. They also probably have like paid plans. So every app is different. This is actually pretty cool that it's this cheap. But once again, this is why I say pick the right Shopify theme, because you won't have to pay for things like this. Now, this is actually pretty cheap. Like 99 cents is not that much. And what it does is it shows a view counter on your website. If you get the right Shopify theme, you can save literally thousands of dollars on a monthly basis without having to do all this. And also, when you do get paid Shopify apps, you do have to figure out how to integrate them within your theme. So keep that in mind. So every Shopify theme is different. All right. And that is a lot of information in the application space. All right. We covered marketing, we covered applications. Let's go ahead and cover the products. So once again, with products on Shopify and on Sellfy, you could pretty much sell the same thing. You can sell freebies. Well, on Shopify, you just make them free, $0.00. You physical products, subscriptions, print on demand products, and digital products. So once again, depending on what product you sell on Shopify, you have to set it up differently. Okay, so if you're going to set up a subscription on Shopify, that definitely will be different. You have to use certain applications, you have to integrate them certain ways, you have to create subscription walls, things like that. It's not an easy task necessarily. Okay, not saying that it's bad, it just takes a little bit more effort. On Sellfy, it's all built in here for you. Okay, print on demand. So with Shopify, this is not automatically integrated. This is kind of what makes Sellfy a little bit different. Is on Sellfy, there's a built-in print-on-demand space where you can access products that will automatically be printed for your customers. On Shopify, you would have to integrate with that of like a Printful or a Printify or something like that. So many different Gear Bubble. There's so many different kinds, right? And you would have to integrate with them. And when you integrate with them, they have their own process as well. All right, so that's kind of how it works, but it's built in right here to Sellfy. So once again, one is not better. Well, actually, this one might be a little bit better, but also you're confined to all the products that are offered here. Now, if you want to look at some of the products, you have mouse pads. You have the wide gaming mouse pads, the short ones, like the mouse ones. You have socks, pin buttons, bottles, phone cases. You got shirts, hoodies, jackets. I mean, so many different things. I believe this is the same exact product line as Printful. Okay, so this is the same thing as Printful. At least I believe so. You got even bikini. I didn't even see this before. You got here dresses. A lot of stuff for the ladies here. Let's see what else you can get. You got hats, home and living. You got blankets, flags, posters. I mean, so much stuff, right? You guys can see it. So there's no shortage for sure, but you are confined to less companies, which only one company with Sellfy, right? And the way print on demand works is when a customer comes to your website and they pay for the $45 product or whatever it is, you're going to wait a couple of days or a few days to get that money into your bank account because it has to be transferred in. Once it's transferred in, you have the money, but you're going to want to fulfill that product beforehand, right? So the customer pays for the product immediately. It should be fulfilled. You pay for the product because then they'll start printing it. They'll start working on the printing, then they'll work on the shipping. All right. So digital products, of course, you can sell digital products. You can also sell them with Shopify. You just need an app to do that. And I believe there is an app for free on Shopify that allows you to do that. All right. Print on demand, we went over. Subscriptions, we went over. Physical products, we went over. That's an obvious. You guys who create your own physical products, maybe some of you are on Etsy selling your own physical products. Hey, check it out, Sellfy, right? A lot of different ways you can make this work. But this is Sellfy. What you're seeing on Sellfy is pretty much what it is. There's nothing crazy about this. There's nothing, out of the ordinary. It's just really, really simple, really easy to use. And it's quick. If you want to get stuff up quick on there and get the job done, Sellfy is your place. If you really, really want to get deep into customization, Shopify is your place. If you're constrained on money and you're trying to save every single penny, Sellfy is your go-to, okay? There's a lot of things you can do. The last thing I will show is the product editing kind of thing. So when you create a product, no matter what product is, you're going to have an image section, a details section, cost section, okay? It's the same thing on Shopify. It works the exact same way. On Shopify, you can edit things like alt images. And I can do this here as well. So if I go ahead and increase this image, right? Or actually, I don't even know if I can do this here. Let me see. Let's see here. Add text, maybe? No, I can't. So I don't even know if I can. I'd probably have to test this, but I'm probably going to test it in a different video. Actually, you know what? Let me do it now. So let me upload this real quick, and let me see if I can add any kind of alt text. Yeah, I don't think I can. So I'd probably have to do it through here, right? So adding it into the description. But you have essentially text here that you can add. You have text here. You have your URL handle that you can edit, right? From an SEO standpoint, that's important. And then you have your images, okay? These are different images that you upload for the product. The images look decent. So upload this image that I have from Fantasy Labs and I'll hit save and we can actually see the actual image, right? So I'm going to go over here and I save the product. If I go to my store, if I view the storefront and I view it, the images don't look pixelated or ugly or anything like that. You just want to give it some time to load. Go ahead and click on it and you can see kind of how it looks. So it's definitely for a starter store. This is a great way to go. And of course, you have your description, you have your setup, all that. If you want to customize your product page, you can do that. You just hit customize. You're on the product page. Let's go to the actual product page. So this is it, right? And I can edit certain things. So I can add a hero block. I can do different things here. I can add related products. So let's say I want to do that. I add related products right here, right? So that's actually pretty cool. It's not a, it's not a bad feature to have. Once again, if you want to do something like this on Shopify, it will depend on what theme you have and what capabilities. Some Shopify stores, and I'll just actually whip this out, some Shopify stores, if you go to the product page, you might not be actually able to go ahead and do so, all right, because it depends on the product. So if I click here, product, right, we have this product as an example, and we go to the product page. Sometimes I can't add a section. It just depends on the actual product, right? Or the theme, excuse me. This theme allows me to do so. Other themes do not. So keep that in mind as well. All right. So that's really what it comes down to. There's a lot of different things you could do on both platforms. Both platforms are great. I'll leave all the links mentioned, all the resources in the description box down below. I think you're going to benefit a lot from those different links, a lot of different resources to help you out there. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out. Bye. And by the way, guys, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. I'm probably sure that it was almost impossible to cover everything in this video, but we covered a ton of stuff. So if you have questions, leave them in the comments down below. I'll try to help you out. All right. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye.